One of the largest dolmen sites in peninsular India is Hirebenakal. It is situated in the Gangavati Taluk of Koppal district of Karnataka. We started on this journey at 6:15 a.m. and reached the archaeological site in just about an hour's time. It was a pleasant drive throughout. We had been planning to visit this dolmen site for many years. However, we were advised not to visit this site because of the difficulty of the climb. But this year, we decided to give it a try anyways, despite all the discouragement. Hirebenakal was discovered only in 2001. It consists of ancient dolmens, rock paintings, and rock structures.
As you can see the fully watered paddy fields, now we have come to our guide, who is Badri. Namaste Badri. Yeah, you tell me Kannadadalle heli.
Badri, our guide, was really encouraging, and he informed us that the climb is difficult but not impossible. The site is at a height of about 2,000 feet. And it required a climb of almost 2 kilometers to reach the dolmens. So what are dolmens? Dolmens are nothing but funeral structures, and Hirebenakal site is also known as the Valley of the Dead. In local language, it's known as Mauryaramane.
Just cross the paddy fields, which is full of water. You can actually see around. Now we reach a tunnel. It's a small bridge actually. From there, it is the base of the hill. Okay, let us go to Hirebenakal.
As we started the climb, we noticed that there were yellow arrows marking the upward climb. The downward climb was marked with green arrows. Badri informed us this was also the work of the local villagers.
Okay, so this is just a start. We just started climbing and we're not even like 2 minutes into the climb. And look at me, already panting. And this is a path ahead. So let's have fun.
Of course, there were stretches where we had to clamber up multiple rocks, but there were also stretches where the climb was really comfortable. Overall, it was really not as challenging as we were made to believe.
Yeah, we are almost at the top now. On the other side, you can actually see the megalithic site. Some parts are really bad actually because you have to traverse across rocks and there's a lot of sand. Therefore, the climbing becomes a bit slippery and you can actually hold on to rocks while climbing. This is how the way to the site is.
The closer we got to the dolmens, the path started getting a little bit more easier.
See, I'm sitting exhausted here because we have almost traversed most part of the hill. We have almost come to the top and from on the rock you can see actually the paintings. Therefore, after crossing this, we'll have to walk plainly. It's a plain land. It's nothing more because this part is most difficult for many people. Therefore, at least we have reached the top level now.
Before reaching the dolmen structures, after covering almost 3/4 of the way, we saw the rock art paintings. We saw a few paintings of a couple holding hands, people dancing, people hunting, and people holding hands. These rock art paintings are yet to be carbon dated. So the actual age of these rock art paintings is not determined, and it is just speculated to be much older than the dolmens. After spending a few minutes over here, just enjoying the peace, the quiet, the paintings, and the incredible scenery of the place, we started to climb again. There was still some clambering to do before we actually got to the dolmens. The best time to visit this site would definitely be in winter, and early mornings are good times to visit. It is advisable to carry water and light snacks. The climb to this place is a part of a reserve forest, and the path is full of thorny shrubs and bushes. This reserve forest is also home to leopards, sloth bears, wolves, and foxes. As we climbed, we were really hoping we did not encounter any of the residents of this forest.
This is Mira looking so happy, celebrating.
I'm very happy because we have reached the top of the hill and we are going to reach the Dolmens, that is known as the Valley of the Dead. Therefore, many dolmens are there here. There's supposed to be 300 structures here, but many of them have been destroyed. So let us go and see the dolmens for ourselves.
One of the most striking features of this place is a stone kettle drum. It stands precariously on top of a huge rock, and maybe it was once used for communication purpose. Unfortunately, despite standing so precariously, this kettle drum has been vandalized by people, and as you can see, it's full of various scribblings and writings.
That's the dolmen you're talking about.
But the first sight of the dolmens was unfortunately all plunder. Although the site is under ASI protection, the evidence of plunder can be seen throughout this place. According to the ASI Dharwad Circle, this megalithic site is between 200 BCE to 800 BCE, which means it's almost 2,800 years old. The smaller dolmens are just over a couple of feet in height.
Okay, we are still not in the main area, but you can see these dolmens, most of them have been destroyed.
These were the smaller dolmens. We had to walk some more to see the larger dolmens. Despite the plunder, we were awestruck by the structures on the hill. These were simply awesome. There are about 300 to 400 standing structures, but many more have been damaged and destroyed. It is speculated that the plundering has happened by treasure hunters who were hoping to come across some treasures in these dolmens. Though this archaeological discovery is so incredible, it's not really well known, and it is not so easily accessible, and hardly anyone is aware of the site. The larger dolmens stood at almost 9 feet tall. You can see the difference between us and the larger dolmens right here. Though these are funerary structures, most of the dolmens had perfectly circular portholes, and it is really unclear about the function of these portholes in funerary structures. We came across a lake after our climb on top of the hill. This lake was full of white lily, and we were told that this is a perennial lake. Presently, Hirebenakal is under the consideration of UNESCO for its inclusion in the World Heritage Site. As we climbed down, we only hoped that this historic megalithic site soon becomes a part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, and its importance and value is known and understood not only by local people but also across the globe.